Everybody deserves a second chance, even video games. Welcome to the Second Opinion Podcast, where the reviews aren't always right, but we are. We're here to give you the gaming takes you didn't know you needed. We've been deep in the gaming world for 17 plus years, covering all the news, releases, and drama in the gaming world, and having a damn good time while doing it. Just because some website gave a game a low score doesn't mean it's a fail in our book. We're all about giving games that second chance, diving back in where others quit. And we should probably tell you that we're real and we're very loud and opinionated, and 90% of the time we're completely off topic. But that's why you'll love us. This is your Second Opinion. Now, here are your hosts, Toaster, Soleb, and Bolts.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Second Opinion Podcast, episode number 386. It is your boy Soleb back again with his Cinelinx resident special correspondent, Toaster McGee. What's up, Toaster?
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Yeah, you know how it is. We're old. We haven't been able to podcast much as of recently, but we're podcasting today, and this episode is going to be kind of short and sweet, but we're going to talk about some good stuff and kind of reminisce on, days of the past, I guess. I don't know. But before we really get into heavy on this episode, we're going to talk about what have you been gaming. So, Toaster, what have you been gaming?
Ghost of Yotai.
So good.
It's so good. And it's just, especially I can't say this enough. The Watanabe mode is fucking amazing. You got a bad day at work. You come home, you lay on the couch, you let Atsu in the smooth lo-fi beats inspired from such shows as Samurai Champloo and Cowboy Bebop. It picks up when it needs to. It's low key when it needs to be chill. And I mean, it's the perfect accompaniment to just exploring that world.
I really agree.
I finally have made it into the last area, I think. I'm not sure. I haven't been trying to find out how much time I have left in the game because I've just been enjoying it so much with just exploring. But I did just unlock the trophy that I had found pretty much all the springs and the fox dens.
Yeah.
And I
haven't got a chance to do that yet.
I have a pet wolf finally. Because once you max out the wolf tree, the wolf just shows up anytime you play your Shimasu.
God, that's so cool, bro. It's such a cool addition to the game that you never really thought that you needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just and I picked up Outer Worlds 2.
Oh man, I hate you so much.
Do you have Game Pass, man?
It's really good.
I haven't gotten too deep into it. I literally just started, but I'm having fun so far. I made the Space Ranger toaster.
So, of course.
Which I think that's going to be my new thing with the Bethesda type games is, especially you saw my Starfield character.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Well, running around in a flannel and cargo.
It was perfect.
Cowboy hat.
Right? Yeah. It was perfect.
So basically, that's what I look like in Outer Worlds 2 now. Because I found a cowboy hat. But I chose you choose your background, and one of the options was roustabout, and it's pretty much you don't know how you ended up as part of the Earth Directorate, but you ended up with the Earth Directorate, and an arch villain accidental death later, suddenly you're the poster child. Really, you just wish there was a cashier position in the So I picked that as my background, and I picked Lucky as my perk. And it's funny because my wife loves those games, and she was playing it, and she was telling me about her character, and I was like, "So what background do you think I picked?" And she was like, "You totally picked Roustabout." I was like, "Yeah."
Of course, she knows you.
So now all of my responses are smart ass as hell. Anytime
that's what's amazing about Outer Worlds is that even I feel like your decisions that you make in there, if you want to be a bad guy or be a smart ass or whatever else. It feels so right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels so right. When you decimate a town in the game, you're like, that was justified, even if it wasn't.
Yeah, no, it's sorry, I'm looking at my Discord profile saying that's pretty much the only social media I have at this point.
It's called attention deficit hyperactive disorder. It affects a lot of Americans.
Over the wind.
Hello, Lydia. Thank you for stopping in. Okay. But so gaming wise and stuff, outside of those two games, that's all you've been playing as of recent?
And I made a promise to my World of Warcraft guildies that I would come back, because I have been literally eyebrows deep in Ghost of Yotai.
Of course.
And I chose with this most recent season of the current expansion, I'm tanking for the guild. So I have a prot warrior named Howitzer,
Okay.
who is basically so the running gag is I've been playing the same rogue since launch, pretty much. Original
Since like day one, like
launch.
vanilla.
Actually, I think I joined about 2 weeks after the game originally launched.
Wow.
And
Never changed.
Well, the only time she changed is when I had to jump servers, and
Yeah.
my name had to change from Morte to How. And we turned Alliance, so I had to go from Undead to Night Elf.
Oh, okay.
But then the joke became like, well, how many characters can I make with the name How in it? And so when I made a warrior, and
Yeah.
the warrior, role as a tank, I was like, well, that's an easy one, Howitzer.
Mhm.
But I also have Shaolin, my
Oh.
monk. I have Hawkeye, my hunter. I have Thaumaturgy, my mage. But it's all the same female night elf character. The joke is that it's just
It's crazy that you would do that for so many different characters and keep it so similar. It would drive me nuts, bro.
It's become a joke. It's like
Yeah.
but the thing is I've also been playing that character for so long that I literally have a running comic book strip in my head of her just being a complete chaotic menace through Azeroth as like, wait, why are you wearing plate mail? Are you a rogue? We
need to make this comic.
I need to win the lottery so I can hire an artist to just do that for me.
Yeah. Don't you have a no, never mind. Bro, I just had the complete brain aneurysm or something. I was like, don't you have a brother that's an artist? And I was like, you in my head, my voice in my head was like, you have a brother that can draw, you idiot. I'm like,
I draw too. I just don't have the patience to do a whole comic strip. And I have friends that do. Like I have a good friend of mine, the monk, entheogenic monk.
Yeah, the monk. She does them too.
Draws too.
Yeah, bro. She's got talent, bro.
She does.
She's
one of the few people in my inner circle of friends that when she makes fun of Rob Liefeld, I'm like, yeah, she can back that up. So
yeah.
Shout out Court.
Well, gaming wise, I've been playing a lot. I've been reviewing a lot of games. Big shout out to Bethesda for sending us a copy of Fallout Anniversary Edition. Not having any problems on console. I've heard that there's been issues on PC. Listen, I've had no issues, bro. I'm not being one of those console whores or nothing like that.
I was kind of excited for it, and admittedly, it's partially my fault because I really didn't do a whole bunch of reading on it. But I was like, oh, Anniversary Edition, cool shit. And then I was like, wait a minute. So it's the DLC, which I've got. Check.
It's like the addition of a creation pack.
$20 of Creation Club bullshit?
Yeah, pretty. Oh, well, listen. So it's pretty much, yes. But mind you, I haven't really gotten into Fallout.
Oh, okay.
4 until I think the last time that I really played Fallout 4 was like the last DLC that they released, and that's the last time that I really was into it. Like I knew the story, I knew the characters, knew where I was going, knew exactly what was happening. But this one I started fresh, started new character right out the bat. I completely turned away from the normal Having the conversation with Cogsworth at first, I was like, I did that like for the initial video review, and then I started over fresh, and I was walking and was like, talk to Cogsworth. I was like, nope. I just I completely ran out of town. I was like, I'm doing a bunch of side quests before I even get into any of that other ridiculous nonsense of building, commonwealths all over all over the wasteland.
So I pretty much just straight lined that game in its entirety. And like my settlements were taken care of to the extent they needed to be taken care of so I could finish a quest. I also had to deal with the fact, and I have told you this story, of the Brotherhood of Steel having shoot on sight orders whenever they saw my character.
Yeah, I remember that.
So for any new first-time players, if you don't want to have to steal food from people, don't join the Brotherhood of Steel.
Yes.
Because they won't let you leave. And then being the chaotic good murder hobo I am, I still didn't want to be part of that, so I ended up annihilating
murder hobo.
I got a cool trench coat out of it and a suit of powder armor. But yeah, then after that, they were just like, which actually took out. I actually had to play the game again because it took out the whole Cambridge segment. Because when I showed up to the police station there, all of the Brotherhood of Steel, including my voice actor buddy, they all shot me, so I had to shoot them.
Just like that. Knocked him dead. So I'm trying to go like completely off the path. I'm trying to go completely off the beaten path. I'm trying to really focus on the creator content. There's some cool stuff in there as well. And there's things that I did never get around to like downloading or playing whenever they did that initial, like, hey, there's other things that are created by Bethesda, but also users. I didn't ever really do any mods or anything like that. I did some mods, I think, on PS4, but it wasn't ever anything that was like, oh my God, it changed the game so much.
I usually did like to add color because we all know Bethesda likes to just use the dullest color palette ever.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
100%. I added more foliage and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, main amount of stuff that I downloaded was like cosmetic stuff. I downloaded like the Doom Guy armor or Space Marine armor. I downloaded the BFG that they had on there. Downloaded some holiday decorations for my house. Kind of small stuff, but there's some things from the DLC that I never got around to doing. Like I don't think I've ever finished the full story of Far Harbored. I don't think I ever finished the entire story of Nuka World. So I'm really going to kind of just dive back into it. I'm going to get my impressions of the review up really soon. Also have a few other reviews that I have one other review that's still behind that I'm not going to talk about just yet because I've had issues with that game. not in the sense of technical issues, like not being able to play the game or something, but there's things that I don't really understand about the game that I'm like, what am I doing? So that one's a little behind, but I want to give also a really big shout out to first off Atari for sending me and the kids the Atari 2600 Plus Pac-Man edition of their new Atari console. So this Atari console is really cool, and it features all different types of cool stuff. And it's really nuts to me, man. It launches like 169, I think, but you could play all the Atari cartridges on this actual system. So it's not like a digital system per se. It's more like it's an actual Atari. And then the physical version of the game that comes with it is the double feature of Pac-Man. So it's the original 2600 version, and then it's a upgraded new version of Pac-Man 7800, which is like a 7800 is like an arcade version of Pac-Man that has been kind of updated. But I did an unboxing of that, and it was really, really cool. It was a great mailer that we got. And I'm also reviewing Atari 50th anniversary, which is now they just released a Namco Legendary pack. And this is done by Digital Eclipse, which was the same exact company that just recently did Mortal Kombat the Legacy Collection.
They also did the Xbox 360 port of Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, dude. So like, what's crazy? I didn't know Digital Eclipse did things like this, but like these are 2 games back to back that I've had that are not just games, but they are forms of like museums to teach people and showcase video game history. And it is nuts to me. Like the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I'm not saying this because I'm getting paid, so please do not comment anything like that. But I'm telling you, if you are a Mortal Kombat fan, the Legacy Collection is something you have to have. It goes and showcases behind the scene footage from the originals that we have never seen before. It has like 21 different versions of Mortal Kombat on there. It's got like Game Boy Advance versions. It's got arcade versions. It's got the 32X version. It's got the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, arcade. It's so cool, bro. It's so awesome. And I was still kind of fuming from that because I was like, man, this is almost getting me high because it was such a intense plethora of video game knowledge. But then whenever I started reviewing the Atari 50th collection, I was shocked to see that it was kind of set up the same way, bro. Like it literally goes through the history of Atari, what they did to the industry, how they boosted the industry as much as they did, created the stuff they did. I mean, it showcases all different types of pictures, artwork, 3-dimensional versions of like the arcade games. And I mean, it's really, really cool.
Well, more studios have been starting to do that too. You look at like the Namco collection that you can download. The PlayStation Plus program's got the Atari flashbacks, I think, or classics.
Yeah, the flashbacks. Yeah,
then you look at the stuff like the Castlevania collection on Nintendo Switch that doesn't have Symphony of the Night. You cowards. But that has like all of the Game Boy versions of Castlevania, all of the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo. That one even has the. No, I don't think it has the worst Castlevania.
The worst Castlevania?
Castlevania 3D on the Nintendo 64.
It was so bad, bro. It was awful. I remember playing that when it came out, and I was like, "What is this?
Yeah, it was
like, what am I doing?"
Why am I doing with Contra? The Capcom collection. I mean,
yeah, man, it's crazy to see so many studios getting behind this type of ideology of pushing out these games because it is a really easy way of what am I trying to say? What's the word? I'm going blank. Of I guess archiving and featuring the work of the past to teach to these new gamers.
But I think too, it also helps to show that a game doesn't have to be this blockbuster $1 billion thing to be amazing.
Oh my God,
like lately, before Yotai came out, and still now, I mean, I'm still finding I have found myself very much enjoying this return to like the 2D side scroller platform action.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Shinobi Art of Vengeance is fucking beautiful. It's hard as shit.
It's such a good game.
But it plays like you're reading a comic book. And then you have, on the flip side of that, the guys behind Blasphemous with Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. I started playing Ninja Gaiden 4. I think I'm too old. I can't keep up with Yakima the Hedgehog.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard game, though.
Oh, dude, I'm playing. I am not scared to admit this, man. I play games to relax and have fun. I'm playing on easy. If I find that it's not challenging enough, or if I find that I'm like really just running through and just murdering things, then I'll bump it up to normal.
Yeah,
but unless it's a game that I like really know, yeah, I can like Diablo, for instance. I don't mind coming into that one on like expert or torment difficulty if I can get in there on torment.
Yeah.
But games like I know my weaknesses. I'm not a very good parry dodge person. I'm just more of I'm going to run in and hit you real hard a lot of times and hope you die before I die.
Right.
And so like except some games like Tsushima, Yotai, Outer Worlds, stuff like that, stuff that I'm familiar and comfortable with, I will play on normal. So, but yeah, they like going back to that 2D side scroller because you can pick it up and play for 20 minutes and be like, okay, yeah, I accomplished something, and then go do whatever you got to do. Like you were waiting for somebody to get ready or something like that. Instead of like if somebody interrupts you when you're playing a game like Yotai or Outer Worlds or Fallout or, it's like, okay, well, I didn't get anything done. And, you get annoyed. But
Yep.
I want to see them apply the Art of Vengeance style to a Castlevania game.
We've talked about this on like the last 3 episodes. And I'm telling you, I can't not sit there and say this needs to like happen more, like enough. Like it's got to happen. We've got to see it. So let's go ahead and get down into the second opinion. And this one is a tough one. Is Destiny done? So Sony has officially confirmed that Destiny 2 has fallen short of expectations, forcing the company to record an estimated $204 million worth of impairment related to Bungie's assets. So it says regarding Destiny 2, partially due to the changes of the competitive environment, the level of sales and user engagement has not reached expectations we have had at this time during the acquisition of Bungie. The CFO, Lynn Toe, said recently. So I know she also commented that Marathon is still scheduled to launch end of March of 2026. But Toaster, as somebody that frequently played Destiny, what you got to say for yourself? Like, why have you not been playing more?
They lost the narrative.
Yeah.
Like it. I mean, I love Destiny 2 for what it is.
Yeah.
Like Gambit is a lot of fun. I love playing Gambit. It gives you the chance to do the PvE stuff, and if you want, go do the PvP stuff. And you don't have to do the PvP stuff to feel like you're contributing. Their camera control, like their first person camera is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I that is the best first person camera or best feeling first person camera on the market in gaming, hands down. You can have your opinion, but it's wrong. That's how I feel about their.
How dare you?
Well, dude, their camera got me better at the game. At first person shooters as a whole. It's precise. You really can't. But it's not loose, and that's the night. When I say loose, for those of you that have played Doom or the new Wolfenstein games from Machine Gun, like Machine Gun's camera felt wicked loose. Like you could not get.
Oh, bro. Now listen, that I will totally agree with you on that. Like the camera. I'm sorry, I keep switching the view of this like constantly. The camera on that was crazy, bro. It was really, really crazy. Like you barely touched to the left. Hold up real quick. I'm sorry. Lydia says, honestly, I haven't played Destiny 2 in a few years. After Beyond Light, it's been a little meh.
Right. Like it's like there's the story. The story it doesn't feel like there's a good story now. It's just like, and honestly, I mean, I fell for it because I'm a fucking Star Wars nerd, and I fell for it because I love Mass Effect. I bought into those things. My hunter is walking around looking like a scout trooper.
Yeah.
And my ship that I fly into destination is the Normandy. So, like, and
you can't help but fall into something like that. Like the Star Wars stuff.
Because years ago, when I first started doing this show with them, I went off about microtransactions. I was like, rah, rah, rah. And now I'm like, well, if it benefits a society or a charity or it's Star Wars or Mass Effect related, I'll do it.
I'll do it no matter what.
Yeah. But no, it's like the story of the game feels directionless. You don't know what you're doing. The Witness was pretty cool, but it also introduced some really pain in the ass mechanics and stuff that kind of took the ability for you to solo, or made it a lot harder for you to solo through that stuff if you're not somebody that's used, that plays with other Destiny players regularly.
I'll tell you this: I haven't played Destiny in so long. I have completely forgot the plot of the story, and I remember.
There is no plot anymore.
But there was though, wasn't it? Like that big giant planet was like.
Yeah. And now, like the story's so fucking confusing that nobody really knows. Unless you're like a hardcore lore hound, you don't know what's fucking going on.
Yeah,
and it sucks because like the framework and the outline of that game are it's fun.
Yeah.
But if I had like a coherent story to follow, then it'd be even more amazing. You know, like the powers they introduce to some of the characters. Like I love being put this down. The void. Like I love using the void power. I can freeze shit. I can throw like these massive like storm squall things that, you know, and it's the effects are awesome. It just like seems they're just like throwing whatever they can at the wall and hoping it sticks. And really, because there's nothing to guide players anymore for what you want to do, it's really just you sign in, you play a couple of rounds of Gambit, you do a weekly if you want, and then you're good. You know?
Well, here's a quick question. Okay, I get the Star Wars stuff. The Star Wars stuff actually almost made me like download it because I was like, that's fucking cool. Okay, but so the giant planet thing, like that has nothing to do with the story anymore.
No, that's.
Was that like Destiny 1?
Or was that was still there, but now. Like the witness intervened and like was trying to destroy it, and it's kind of like everybody lost their light except you for some reason, and other guardians. But like,
it's crazy, bro. Like that's a massive change of story.
Now they're dealing with like the 9, which are these weird extra dimensional, extra planar characters, and like this dude shows up looking like, you know, an accountant from 1950. And like
I was gonna say, what the hell was up with the glasses?
Like legit, like there's like a rotary phone, and you're like, what is this?
Yeah. Lydia says, after the end of the Dark VRS Light saga, I feel like they are really trying too hard. Even with Beyond Light, it felt like they were trying too hard to be cyberpunky
and weird cyberpunky.
Weird cyberpunky at that. So. Do you think, here's the main question, Toaster. Do you think Destiny is done for?
I think unless something changes drastically in the way that they present their story, and like they unless they can figure out how to make the narrative engaging again, I think more and more people are going to just, I mean, especially when you have like Borderlands 4 out there, you've got, you know, Battlefield 7, Call of Duty, you know, like, I mean, Destiny, it needs a story. It needs a reason for people to want to play other than just, well, can I get the latest exotic, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean... I don't know, dude. I feel like
it'll be interesting to see like player traffic ramps up with Renegades.
Yeah, because when does Renegades come out? It comes out, or is it already out? Why am I looking at gingerbread ATATs?
December 2nd.
December 2nd. Okay, well maybe, I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe we will see. Maybe we'll see player counts really jump up heavily. I don't know, man. I think that there's it's kind of proof in the pudding in that sense. There's too many competitive games out there. There's too many games out there that can offer No. Back up. There's too many games out there that can offer a better experience for a live service game that is continuously updated and supported with a expansive story. And I know you hate me talking about this, okay? I know you do. I know you hate it. I know you know the live service game I'm about to bring up. But I feel that this game completely changed the aspect of live service games. Okay. And it's a game called Fortnite. It changed everything, Toaster. It changed everything. Look at what is going on now.
That's
okay.
True.
So
Lydia,
people,
like the
what
cost.
did Lydia say?
They get pretty pretentious with the cost of their expansions if you want to get all the cosmetics and shit that come with it.
Let's see what Lydia said. They probably should not have charged over $100 for DLC. That's not real though, right? Like, what do you mean $100? Like you had to pay $100 over a certain amount of time, or it was $99 for a new DLC?
$99.
Have they done that in WoW before?
No. Well, yeah. If you get like the
collector's edition,
but you usually get a pet.
But most of the times,
like
whenever
if I had it pre-ordered right now, I could play in the beta. But I might get yelled at yelled at for this by my guild. But I don't like pay attention to the stuff before because I don't want to spoil it. That's why I want to come into it and fresh, be like, let me enjoy WoW. Before it turns into it's more of the same thing.
Let me get into WoW. I'll say this, bro. So hold up, $100. I'm confused, bro. What do you mean $100? Like the DLC itself was just $100. You didn't get like a collector's edition or anything like that. Just to play the DLC, it was $100. No, that's for the DLC, but WoW's pets. Okay. So she says here, now I get it comes out with some goodies, but there are other games out there that will have extra goodies and it's not $100. See, okay. So my point right here. All right. I know Toaster's gonna hate me bringing this up, but I'm going to. The game that has really set things off and just changed the industry as a whole is a game called Fortnite. Because as you see here, the entirety of the map was changed into Springfield Island, and it changed everything to like cell shaded. You can go to Homer's house, you can go to Flanders' house, you can go to all these different locations from the show, unlock different characters in the season pass that are actual characters of the show. Like the main character that you unlock at the end of the season pass is Homer, or you can get evil Homer at the end. But look at this. I mean, this is nuts. You can sit down.
The Light Falls Digital Deluxe Edition was $100.
That's crazy, bro. Well, the Digital Deluxe Edition, but I'm sure it can't. I would hope that it would come with a lot of stuff. But from the way Lydia is making it seem, she wasn't very happy with it. And it seems from what we see on the sales and the player base and stuff like that, there wasn't a lot of people that are happy with it at all. But
I don't know if I can handle Marge running around with a shotgun.
Let me see if I can skip forward on this. So it really is crazy, bro. Like look at the where is it at? Okay, here is the comic book store. So that's the full comic book store. It's got like it's got Krusty in Carbonite, I believe.
Jesus.
Like where is it at? So they have multiple different locations from the game. Right there. There's Krusty and Carbonite, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's so crazy. There's areas like when you go to Moe's Tavern, the phone starts ringing, you pick it up, and it's Bart like doing a prank call on somebody. If you shoot off the head of Jebediah Springfield from that statue, nobody can make headshots on you. You know, it's really, really nuts, man. And this continuously is happening with this game, to where not only are they adding new live service content that's different, that gives you new special type of skins or whatever, but it is continuously a changing universe. And Epic has got to the point to where they've figured out the code, bro. They figured it out. They read the assignment and they found it out 100%. And the assignment was keeping your players engaged. How can we keep our players engaged? What have they done in just the last physical year, bro? We had a Star Wars season. The entire, like, multiple different sections of the map were changed to Star Wars different locations. We had Star Wars weapons. Then we ended up having this bug season. Then we had this other season. Now we had an Asian themed season that was like really cool aspects, different characters. And now we have this. Now they're talking about bringing, like, I know this is childish, but they're talking about bringing like SpongeBob to the game. They had the Halloween, like Fortnitemares. They did it full force, bro. Like, they had Scooby snacks
around with an with like an M16.
I know, right? They had in Fortnitemares, they had it to where, like, I'm not kidding you. They had what's the camp for Friday the 13th?
Camp Crystal Lake.
Okay, so they had Camp Crystal Lake, and Jason Voorhees would walk around certain areas where you have to kill him to get like special weapons that he had. Like, it was so cool, and it continuously upgrades with new different type of content. Like, today, they're dropping content to where this is what's crazy. So the content that they're doing with the Simpsons Island or Springfield Island is each time they have an update to this map, there is a miniature episode that the creators of the Simpsons are making, and you watch those episodes before the event launches. So it's like Homer standing there talking to the scientist, and he's like, he has one of those infinity or the little crystals, and he had shoved it into his controller, and like he's like, I love food, you know. Look at that cloud right there. It looks like a donut, doesn't it? And the scientist was like, yeah, and he shoots it, and it turns into a massive donut that drops into the world, and they start eating it. But then he turns to the scientist and changes the scientist into food, but he turns into like a banana, which Peely is in the game. So now there's a scientist version of Peely in the game, but that's the live event that's happening today, to where giant donuts are dropping in. You get exclusive drops. It is a simplicity of just looking at your fan base and saying, hey, they're really reacting well to us changing the map and adding new different styles of gameplay continuously. What's a really good thing that we can do? Oh, we can base it on different genres that have come out. You know, like they dropped a skin pack for Alien Earth that is the alien from Alien Earth, and it was so sick, bro. Like, I have the original Xenomorph, but the Xenomorph in Alien Earth was different, man. It was like this type of dog mix. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it was pretty cool. But I don't know. I just think that companies like Bungie that have the backing that they do at PlayStation, I feel like they could have done so much more with Destiny to make it grasping to keep players playing.
Well, it just goes back to the story. Like, they made it story driven. Fortnite isn't story driven.
No, well,
Fortnite is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not like it's not. You can take the narrative out of Fortnite and still have Fortnite.
Yeah, you can.
That's the problem that's hitting Destiny 2, is you've taken the narrative out of it, or just fractured the narrative so much that it doesn't make sense anymore. You know, and you, at the same time, you haven't done anything to kind of change the makeup of the PvP side of it. You still have, you know, the Crusade, or the whatever they're called. You know, Gambit was
Crusaders.
I can't remember, or Crucible. That's the word.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's like they just kind of like ran out of gas in the middle of the road. You know,
they did,
and they need to figure out where they want to go with it. Do they want to make it a PvP thing? And if so, then focus on that. Or do they want to do a PvE thing? Then, you know, focus on
PvE. Yeah. You know, I'm sure it cuts down to more dire, like, miscommunications or understandings of what the future of Destiny is really about, because we've seen massive layoffs. We've seen all different types of stuff. We've seen shakeups at Bungie. The only thing I could say that is going good for Bungie is that Marathon is going to come out. A lot of people are really, really excited about Marathon, so we'll see. But we're going to move on. We're kind of running out of time.
The only problem with Marathon was the whole stolen art thing.
Yeah. That's true. Not starting out on a good leg, or a good foot, whatever. I just read your message to me. We've turned this whole show into nothing but Destiny. So Lego reveals the first look at the new Legend of Zelda set, and I'm going to show you guys this. Look at this toaster. Look at it in its majesty.
I did. I watched it.
We're going to watch this real quick, just in case if you guys haven't seen it. he keeps leaning back. He's like, oh my God, how big is Ganondorf? It's really cool though. So they've hinted at, this big set. And then of course, this is the Great Deco Tree, which is super, super cool, bro. Like, I haven't told Dante about this yet, but he's going to lose it when he finds this out, that there is going to be a Zelda Lego set. And it's so, so cool. I would love to see Lego continuously. I would love to see Lego continuously do this. I would love to see Lego do more video game Legos. Let's see a God of War. Let's see a Ghost of Yotai Lego set. You know what I'm saying? But moving on from that, Nintendo Direct. There's a Nintendo Direct set for tomorrow that will be talking about the Super Mario Galaxy movie. So this is pretty cool. I'm a really big fan of the Super Mario movie. I think they did a really great job. But it says, join us Wednesday, November 12th for the Nintendo Direct featuring the world premiere of the Super Mario Galaxy movie official trailer. Please note that no game information will be included in this presentation. So I don't get that. It says, while we don't think much about the Super Mario Galaxy movie, we have a confirmation, a crucial part of the Super Mario Galaxy games. Maybe they're talking about the tie-in, or maybe they're saying that there will not be any type of Mario game information that will be showcased. But it's still something that is exciting, and it is still something that I'm like super ready for. Like I said, my kids are super freaks about this movie. As as somebody that tries and support them as much as possible, I've never seen two children that loved a movie so much as this movie. Real quick, I'm going to showcase the teaser trailer that was released as of recent. Look at that. So calming. Must be nice to be so chill, Mario. I mean, classic right there. Pretty cool, bro. Pretty cool. So I don't know what this means, but Dante, he's starting to be such like he's starting to realize what Easter eggs are. And whenever I showed him this trailer originally, I was like, yeah, man, look, it's the Mario Galaxy movie. And he's like, yeah. And he was like, wait a second. He like goes up to the TV and he was like, look at the pink words. I said, what does it say? He said, Galaxia. And I said, yeah, sure. It says Galaxy. He goes, look, that's Easter eggs. He said, there's a UFO and there's a castle and there's like a question mark on there. I said, that's probably stuff they're going to show in the movie, son. And he was like, oh my God. Right. Yeah. He was super excited. But it's just really cool to see Nintendo really embracing this this partnership that they have with Illumination, especially since Illumination is a Sony company. I would love to hear more about the Zelda movie as soon as we possibly can. But is there any type of Nintendo movie or video game out there that you would like to see? That you would like to see featured as a movie? Big shout out to Fusion. I love you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Any video game movie that you would like to see?
Metroid.
Metroid would be fire, bro. Metroid would be amazing.
You could turn that into like a almost alien type movie so easily.
Oh, you so could, bro.
Yeah, you could. That would totally. That I would say that is like that's Nintendo's first hard R movie.
You're right. Yes, bro. Like have some fear factor up in there. Speaking of fear factor, though, I would say it would be great to have
Rogan reference.
Huh?
Are you gonna make a Joe Rogan reference?
Ugh, no. Fuck Joe Rogan. Anyways,
you heard it here first.
You heard it here first on the podcast. Fuck Joe Rogan. But no, I guess they've already done that. I was gonna say to have a movie that's somewhat like based on the events of Alien Isolation, because that's based on Ripley's daughter. So it's like we didn't ever really see that on the big screen, but I guess it would just end up being a recreation of another Alien movie.
What's funny about that you bring that game up is I've been seeing more and more articles popping up from people who are going, you know what? I slept on Alien Isolation and I'm an idiot.
Bro,
and I was reading, there was an article with I think one of the lead designers or something I was reading, and he was like, yeah, the problem is we made the alien too smart.
Duh. Duh. And then you gave the game ability to where you could turn your mic on and it can hear you talk.
Dude, my cat killed me. And it was sucked because like the thing is they programmed the logic behind the alien. It looked for effect and causality.
Yeah.
So like if you were in a room and you were rifling through cabinets trying to hardly find a healing pack, and then you heard the thing coming down the hall and didn't close the cabinet before you ran for to cover under that gurney, it would come in the room and be like, there's nobody here.
Wait a second. That cabinet wasn't open before.
And then you're like sitting there holding your breath, and it was that kind of a situation. Like I'm literally staring at the thing's knee. Like I'm crouched behind, and you had you could turn the Kinect camera on.
Yeah.
So I'm like this.
Oh my God, I forgot about the Kinect camera.
Leaned out, and I'm like, and all of a sudden, fucking the cat comes in the living room.
It's like,
you see alien face like her.
Yeah.
Well, you're dead.
Yeah. It's definitely really crazy that game came out and had the advancement in game mechanics and stuff.
Remember me playing it at PAX?
Oh man, that was nuts.
I waited in line for that game, and I never forget the first time that thing came out of the ceiling. I was like, I'm gonna die. So many times.
I'm dead.
Because I mean, and it was it really felt like you were playing an alien movie. They programmed that alien amazingly.
They did.
Came out of the ceiling like a oily black ball of murder.
It was horrifying, dude. It was really horrifying.
Freaking androids, they were just as bad. Like these red looking things that were just like,
bro. Now, my stupid mic. I'll tell you this, bro. The androids were really scary. When they lunged at you, it was something horrifying. I mean, it was scary to have the xenomorph constantly stalking you. But that was the main thing of the main stage of the game. But to have the androids just out of nowhere pop up and be like, "Oh my god," it was pretty terrifying.
Yep.
But I'll tell you this: speaking of something that's horrifying, that Toaster's going to be like, "Stop teasing me and either tell us when it's coming out or what." Todd Howard has officially said that the Elder Scrolls 6 is still a long way off, but it
could fucking be shadow dropped.
It could just be shadow dropped. Who knows? Who knows when the game's coming? I don't know, dude.
So happy and so mad if he does that.
Bro, I would love a real shadow drop.
Like she's like, oh yeah, it's still a long way out, and then one day I'm in freaking Games Pass or something, and I'm like, is that a typo?
Elder Scrolls? Is that Elder Scrolls?
Let's Elder Scrolls 6 is just going to be Skyrim reskinned. We all know it.
There's no possible way this is happening right now. But a lot of people are just it's a thing for people to continuously shit on Bethesda. And it really does irritate me because I know the people that work at that company and they're such huge fans of their own product.
You know what I'm saying? My ribbing of Bethesda comes from a place of love.
Of course, yeah, I totally understand that.
It take me to admit that Starfield was not the game that I wanted it to be.
Yeah, I could see why people would say that, but I didn't really have expectations for Starfield. I think that's the reason why I enjoyed it as much as I did. Because I wasn't thinking, oh, this is going to be Fallout in space, because I already had Fallout in space with the Outer Worlds. So I was like, okay, this is something new from them. And I really did enjoy my time with Starfield. Now I did never get around to playing some of the DLC and stuff, but people are just anytime they get a chance to trash
more aliens.
I can see that. I really can see that. I can understand that a lot more because it was like everywhere you went in space, it was just humans.
Yeah, it's not that I wanted Fallout in space. I wanted space in space.
I wanted more of I wanted like sauce with my meatball marinara.
You're sci-fi enough where I have faster than light travel, but I don't have any aliens.
Yeah. There's no aliens outside of people that look just like you. Stop it. Stop. You stop making me talk bad about a game that I liked. Okay. But it's just like this. It's just like Fallout Anniversary Edition. Okay. So I play my games mainly all on console. Now, there are times that the console versions of these games have not worked well. But since the PlayStation 5 has released and the Xbox Series X has released, I haven't really run into many issues on some of these consoles. Now, mind you, on my PlayStation 5, I feel like it's more my television. Maybe it's because my television is slowly but surely getting outdated, but there's times that I play games that get screen tears or something. But starting back through with Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, I started fresh and it really feels good. Like me and my wife were so obsessed with this game. It was ridiculous. And as we continuously played it, we helped each other try and figure more out about this game. But while I was in there playing it, I haven't unlocked a security console or a command console in years. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done any of the command codes or command consoles. And I looked at Darren and I was like, how do you do this again? I'm a little confused because I'm not somebody that continuously has even tried to play Fallout 76. So I'm kind of lost at this. So we sat down and got into it, and Darren's like, I got to get up and get out of here. I said, why? She said, because now I'm sitting there thinking I need to download this on the PlayStation 5 in the room. And I was like, why? Why, Darren? You starting to feel like you're going to start getting obsessed with the game again? She said, yes, because it was one of those games.
I feel like the games, dude. It's a siren song. Trust me,
it really is.
I've heard the low, keening, sweet, sweet sound of Skyrim calling my name,
especially in the holiday season, man.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like with that title, and of course, it's not Christmas yet. We still got Thanksgiving ahead of us, but I always look at Thanksgiving as like, it's pregame Christmas. So, but I feel holiday gaming is just something that is so meaningful. And since we're talking about the Elder Scrolls 6, with
Oh shit!
what?
It released today.
What?
The original Skyrim, the original release date
What?
was
No.
11/11.
It
2011.
was 11/11.
It was 11/11/11.
Oh man. So it's the 14th anniversary?
No.
Wait.
Yeah. No.
Yes. Holy shit. Skyrim is 14 years old? No.
Yeah, 14 years old.
Oh, what? Wow, that's crazy. 14 years ago? What the fuck? God. I remember when we played that shit in
Caleb is
PAX
realizing
Prime.
how long he's known me now for.
Yeah. You remember that? You remember when we played
that was a midnight launch. Me and fucking Dunny McGee. Actually, no, wait.
Wait.
That wasn't Skyrim was a midnight launch for me.
Oh yeah. That's when me,
And then-
Skelly, and Quinn went to PAX.
Yeah. And I got the collector's edition and doing chills on one of my freaking flower pots.
Such a good collector's edition.
It is. And then we were talking about this last podcast too. Like the last time I had a really truly good midnight launch was Mass Effect 3. But no, Skyrim, yeah. That was
Look at him in all of his glory. The man, the myth, the legend.
such a great fuck. You know the problem with that game is though, is I always start off that game being like, I'm gonna play different this time. I'm gonna play a mage. I'm gonna use magic. By the time I'm like level 25, no. I'm running around with the Croesus mask in dragon scale armor and just headshotting people left and right with my dragon bone bow.
That was usually my problem in Fallout. I was always like, I'm not going to be a good guy. I'm going to be a complete jerk. I'm going to just do my own thing. And I'd always end up getting back onto this, like, oh no, I've got to help the Commonwealth grow.
I can't be the best.
What was his name again? What's the guy's name?
Whose name?
From Fallout 4 that tries to help, that he wants, oh man.
Nick Valentine?
Huh?
The
Valentine was it was a character I could never forget. The guy with the cowboy hat on. Why am I going blank? God bless. That shows you how long it's been since I played that game, bro. Jeez Louise. Preston Garvey.
Oh, Preston Garvey.
Oh, my God, bro. Preston Garvey.
Preston wants to talk to you. What do you want now?
Preston Garvey's the most irritating character of all time.
I found another settlement in the middle of nowhere. Because you go, no, Preston. That's probably what my wife played it, and she freaking all the settlements and everything. She did all the companion side quests, and she's asking me questions. She's like, "What about this?" I'm like, "I don't know. I didn't do that." And she's like, "Didn't you beat the game?" I was like, "Yeah, but it was just me and the dog." Like I did what companion quest I had to advance the story, but it was just me and the dog hanging out. Just got my settlements to like 60%. Like, are you sleeping? Are you eating? Then you're good. I'm gonna go now.
Why can I not pull this up? I was gonna
Yeah,
show
I
this
swear to God, Todd
stupid
Howard,
Preston
if you
Garvey.
shadow drop the Elder Scrolls 6, I'm gonna find myself in the weird position I was at the season finale of the first season of The Mandalorian, when like, oh, Luke's here and he's a badass, and then my other brain went, why is it always fucking Luke?
Yeah, but man, that was so fucking
It was
cool,
sick.
bro.
Yeah, it was.
God, that was so cool. They're like, is that an X-Wing? I was like, oh my God. I was like, no fucking way they're going to have Luke in this show. There's no way. I remember me and Dara were watching it together, and she was like, I said, and she was like, what? And I said, I think that's fucking Luke Skywalker. I sounded like some chick from the 1950s seeing Elvis. Look at this meme, bro. The beacons are lit. Settlement of the calls for aid. Like that, God, bro. Listen, I love you, Bethesda, but he's like one of the most irritating characters of all time. But back of what we said. So, I haven't talked about this yet. So, Todd Howard, okay, developer Bethesda Game Studios has announced that Elder Scrolls 6 is more than half a decade, blah, 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 according to, wait a second. It says, Howard said in a GQ interview, the game is still a long way off. In this interview, Howard also teased that Elder Scrolls 6 is when it is ready for release, the company might just do a shadow drop. You might say that we want a test run. It worked out very well. It says back in April, and GQ mentioned Bethesda shadow dropping the Elder Scrolls 6 Oblivion Remastered back in April, and asked if the company could actually do that with Elder Scrolls 6. And he said, you might say it was a test run and it worked out really well. So that would be cool. It would be great for us to just be living our life, and then Bethesda's like, hey, Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out today. Right. I'm like, oh my God. Especially because a lot of people I feel like are at the point of being tired of hearing about GTA 6. But I really feel like Take-Two and Rockstar, they've got something really big planned, bro. Like some of this stuff that I have seen and read of what this game is going to be, Take-Two is trying to make this like the next evolution of gaming. From what I've seen, like 80% of the buildings in the game will be explorable. There's going to be huge interaction on this game like we've never seen before. Massive map. They also have said, or rumors have stated, that they will have role-playing service available when the game launches. And if that's the case, that is going to be huge for the community of GTA, because one of the biggest things that happened after the success of GTA 5 was the role-playing servers that expansively grew on the PC version of GTA 5, of being able to go in and either you can just be a gas station attendant or a police officer. And the police officer, like some of these role-playing servers are like, hey, if you were going to be a police officer in the server, you have to learn actual police lingo. You have to actually act like an officer. You have to go, it is crazy. It's really crazy. But it is cool, too, because you see that kind of Second Life aspect of the game be expanded from just a normal, story-driven based game that has online multiplayer. Yeah. But with that, another really big game that Toaster loves to talk about, Ghost of Tsushima, it has been officially announced, has sold 3.3 million copies in 1 month.
Yotai.
Yep. Oh, I said Toshima. I'm sorry. Ghost of Yotai sold 3.3 million copies in 1 month. I don't know if Ghost of Tsushima did that, but it says, okay, look, I'm wrong here. So Ghost of Yotai sold 3.3 million in the first month of its availability. Toshima sold 2.4 million in the first 3 days, 5 million in 4 months. So I think that's right. That shows that Yotai does still have the same exact pool.
Picking up speed.
Yes, it's picking it up for sure.
I think
and the game is brilliant, bro. The amount of times that I've found myself walking aimlessly in that game and just being like, oh man, this is beautiful. Or the moments of the using some of the accessibility features that they have in the game, or doing some of the side quests and finding out that those side quests they're not meaningless side quests. They end up giving you more information to turn into a bigger addition to the story. I don't know, Toaster. I mean, maybe you can explain it better than I am right now, but it is a masterful game.
So, I mean, for me, like, it's the freedom to play Atsu how you want. You know,
Yeah,
like Ghost of Tsushima was, it was beautiful, and it was new. It was something new, which is, you know, and I mean, everybody, I don't know, every video game action nerd wishes they could be a samurai.
Of course,
You know, that kind of thing. But, you know, I think part of the thing with Tsushima, though, is you instantly felt guilty, like, if you did anything stealthy, because there was always somebody who's like an elder or something being like, that's not the samurai way. Like, Atsu doesn't have to prescribe to that. You can play as an honorable samurai if you want. Yeah. Like, the whole standoff thing is there. And, you know, I think it took me a little bit to get used to the fact that there are guns in it now.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll agree with that.
That adds an extra level to the combat, because then you got to freaking take out the gunman, as Chevelle said. So,
but you could still be such a badass in that game. And like what you said, there's not that guilt that's hanging over you,
right?
Playing the game a wrong way, because I don't think they promoted it as wrong. They were just like, if you do it this way, then this will happen.
There was the whole story.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think something that would have made Tsushima just amazing, like from top to bottom, is if once you beat the game, they let you play it how you want to play it.
Yeah.
Like, if you wanted to go into a heavily populated fortress and do a standoff, because I tried a couple of times. It's like, no, you have to play this section of stealth. But it's like, well, I don't want to have to deal with the uncle being like, you're a scumbag.
Yeah.
You know?
God, that wolf.
Yeah, it was awesome. And Yotai brings in a whole bunch of different elements. You know, now it's not stances; it's weapon choice that you use. You know, and I think the inclusion of the quest with the sensais and the whole focus more on the exploration of the world and like the lore of the world. You know, I think it's just that the next level of Tsushima. Like, honestly, I don't know where they go if they're gonna make a sequel to like if they're gonna make a third installment.
I really don't think they should, honestly, because like you're at a high point now. Sucker Punch is a really great, massive studio that continuously has pumped out some really great games. Now, people will say what they will about the Infamous series. About like Infamous 2, of how it kind of had its downfalls from Infamous 1 or whatever, but there's so much more that they could add to showcasing the talent that studio has. I mean, I think they can go from Yotai, from the success of Yotai and from the success of the Ghost series, and hopefully expand into something new. Like, I would like to see something new after this game. I mean, unless there's just something crazy up their sleeve that they have planned. I don't know. All right. An hour and 8 minutes. It's a little bit more than what we planned. But, you know, we haven't done a podcast in a while. So, real quickly, I want to give another shout out to Bethesda and Atari, and all the other amazing studios that have really been supporting Cinelinks.com the way that they have. Big shout out to all the new and returned staff members that are on Cinelinks.com. Definitely make sure to head on over to Cinelinks and check out the really great content that we have over there. We've continuously tried to stay on the up and up and do some really cool content for you guys. Our holiday gift guide is coming very soon, so definitely make sure to check out there. It's kind of hold up, this is weird. It's kind of weird to get on Cinelinks and see my kids' faces on there, but I mean, ridiculous, bro. Look at that toothless boy up there. But
it looks like an old Christmas Atari ad.
Right. But we got some really great stuff available now, like the geek picks that Jordan does, some really great reviews. We actually just had the review of Predator Badlands come out as of recently. We've got some really great game reviews as well. Definitely make sure to check those out and really check out a lot of the stuff we have planned for the future. We plan on doing more live content, more streaming, and just overall content is really starting to kind of crank back up, especially with the holiday season. So make sure to check us out. And of course, he is a master class person, but Toaster has done some really, really great articles for Cinelink. So definitely make sure to check out the ones that he's done there. And over the next few months, we'll be talking more about holiday stuff. I know I had this holiday theme set for this, and the last thing I wanted to say is, Toaster, you kind of did make a point when you were talking about Skyrim. I remember the year Skyrim came out, of course, 11/11/11. And I remember that holiday season just feeling so much more special. The fact that I was able to go and play Skyrim while there was like Christmas music playing. I know that's so weird to like tie that in, but as that was playing and the house is warm, you got, pie smell all throughout the house and stuff. And you're like, I'm going to go kill some high elves.
In Civil War in a Viking continent.
Yeah. That's what it. I don't know. When I think about the love of the holidays, it's not just for me. It's not just about spending time with the family. It is great, of course, spending time with the family. But those years that like we would have Christmas and go under the
actual like awesome game launches in the holidays.
Bro, like I remember the year my dad. I've brought this up on the podcast years in the past, but I remember the year. We were struggling, and I as an old adult now, I look back and I'm like, I don't know how my father did it, but I remember when my mom first off got us a Super Nintendo, and it was just like a baffling, like, oh my God, like our whole life has changed.
Link IB, man, big shout out.
Oh, wait, hold up. I'm sorry. Let me put this in here real quick. Chasing down ice giants and clubbing them over the head. That's what Christmas means. Yes, I agree 100%. But it really was like, and then I remember my dad when the N64 came out. We had talked to him about getting it, and I remember him kind of making those comments of like, I don't have that type of money. I'll try to see if maybe we can talk to, the big man at the North Pole or something, maybe he can pull something off for us. But that year when we got under the tree and ripped those boxes open and saw that neon green N64, I think it was neon green. No. The first one we had was black. And then for one of our birthdays, we ended up getting a neon green system, but we had the N64. It was just like, my holiday season was made, man. We sat in there for hours playing games. And what links to what I'm saying is I remember when Skyrim came out, me and Bolt sat in my room and played Skyrim for like 11 hours straight. And I remember thinking afterwards, like, this is just like when I was in Seattle at PAX. Like, we've been playing, we started at the same exact section, and our characters are completely different, doing completely different side quests. And it was really baffling to me, but it just, that the holiday season is the perfect time for gaming. And to do a shameless plug, you could find out the reason the holidays are perfect for gaming by checking out our holiday gift guide over at Cinelinks.com in the coming weeks. So that is it for this episode of the Second Opinion Podcast. Make sure to come back soon. I plan on doing another episode, hopefully this Friday. And we should be able to crank that out. Hopefully we'll have Bolts with us as well. But I love you guys so much. And thanks for tuning in. Big shout out to Toaster for always being the man with the plan of pushing this big back, bald, lazy bastard to, hey, we really got to do a podcast. It's been a while. Like, I'll get messages from Doze every once in a while. He's like, "We're doing a podcast Sunday?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then it comes up that Sunday, and I'm doing my stuff. And by the time I realize it, I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry. I totally forgot about the podcast." So she's like, "It's fine. It worked out perfect. I couldn't do it today anyways." And I'm like, "Okay." But I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.
Big shout out to our Twitch and YouTube audience.
Yes, really big shout out. Thank you all for commenting and coming and watching us.
I'll get better about actually posting when we're gonna have the show up on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/toaster McGee.
That kind of rhymes. Twitch.tv/Toaster McGee.
Yeah.
I love
it. Gets stuck in your head. It's even better than Golden on the K.
You're getting a Grammy for that, bro.